Hello, I'm Tim Smith with the Adams County Historical Society, and welcome to another Monuments Monday. You know, sometimes the monuments in our national cemetery don't receive the same respect as those that are placed around the battlefield. And I think it's due to the fact that there are very few visitors in our cemetery, percentage-wise, as compared to the visitation on the rest of the battlefield. But that was not always the case. Early on, there was heavy visitation to the National Cemetery. And early on, the monuments in the cemetery received a great amount of attention. So the monument behind us is a statue to General John Fulton Reynolds. And it was placed here in 1871. So it's a very early monument as far as that goes. Now, of course, General John Fulton Reynolds commanded a wing of the Northern Army on July 1st and was killed leading elements of the 1st Army Corps into action west of the town. His death at the outset of the battle was catastrophic for the Union troops on July 1st. And it's kind of interesting, if you count the fact that he's a wing commander, there's only a few other times in the American Civil War that a general of higher rank was killed in battle. And off the top of my head, you come up with like Nathaniel Lyons. You might think of Stonewall Jackson, of course, killed at Chancellorsville, or Albert Sidney Johnson killed at Shiloh, or McPherson killed outside of Atlanta, but it's a short list. And his death on July 1st was definitely a startling event to the men who served under him. And so this monument was placed by survivors of the 1st Army Corps. And I'd have to, it's been a while since I read or looked into the source for this, but I remember tour guides are fond of saying that the statue was made by melted down, captured Confederate cannon barrels. I like to think that's true. Also, you can visit the grave of John Fulton Reynolds because he was born about 50 miles from here in downtown Lancaster, Pennsylvania. And as you can see on the monument, it says he was born in MDCCCXX. I won't tell you what that means if you don't know how to read Roman numerals. Now, you can visit his grave in Lancaster today. He's buried in Lancaster Cemetery in Lancaster, Pennsylvania, at the corner of Lemon and Lime Street. Now, one other thing, this is the first statue that was placed on the Gettysburg battlefield. Not the first monument, but the first statue of identifiable figure that was placed on the Gettysburg battlefield.